Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. You know what I've got for you today? I've got a quick tip for you. Yes. Haven't done one of these in quite some time. They're super fun. You know why? Because I tell you what I want. You listen to what I have to say. I'm out of here. You're out of here. We go our separate ways. I've imparted the wisdom. You got it. I let it out and we're just move on. And it's nice and quick and very to the point. And today it's part 1 in our introduction to love languages. It's a whole book. I don't know if you read it. If you did, you can probably just move on. I'm not going to add anything new that you don't know for sure. We'll just meet on the next episode, or you can go back to that one you missed from last week. But for the rest of you, let's have a little conversation about one of the love languages. That's what we're doing today. I hope you'll stick around. I hope that will be fun for us. Okay, I'm getting comfortable and I'm going to see which one are we talking about today. Acts of service. That's one of the love languages. And what's nice about love languages, I do ask people, I ask them about their introvert, extrovert. I've expanded that. Sometimes if people know what their Myers-Briggs score is, their personality traits, ENTJ, E, whatever. If they know what their Myers-Briggs is, I can sometimes use that information when matching people if I think it's important that would make a difference in the match. Oftentimes, though, I will ask about their love language. And I hope by bringing it up, I encourage them to have that conversation with anybody that they start dating and at least make them aware of it, because it's really useful information to understand what makes not just you, but makes your partner feel loved. You know, I was talking to a friend about a friend of hers who does a lot of baking. And she was raised with love being associated with food. And food is not one of the love languages, but it could be, because some people do show their fondness or they give affection by making you or giving you food. And that certainly would be a love language, just not in this book. This book has 5 love languages. We're going to get to all 5 of them over the next couple weeks. But the first one is acts of service. And I don't know if they go in any particular order. For me, I'm just choosing this one because I just chose this one today. It's not my love language, interestingly, that I'm starting with. But for some people, they feel caring, cared for, and that they are loved by somebody doing things for them. Not by you giving them presents or telling them I love you or holding their hand and cuddling them, which are other love languages, but by you doing little acts of service throughout the week, throughout the day, throughout the month. That makes them feel secure in the relationship. What might these acts of service look like? It's definitely not as apparent as words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, and quality time, which are the other love languages. Acts of service has a little bit more nuanced. It's going to be very different for different people. So for me, for instance, you know my dishwasher, you know I hate emptying that thing. So every time a partner would empty my dishwasher, I would know that they did that because they know it's important to me to not do it. And that did make me feel loved in some way. Not truly like, oh, I know he loves me, but it was a thoughtful act. For some people, it means even more, because that, based on how they grew up and how they first felt love, this would truly fill their heart with joy and make them feel that somebody sees them and understands that about them, and that is love. So emptying the dishwasher for somebody whose love language is acts of service and knowing that they hate emptying the dishwasher, that would certainly count. For somebody else, it might be filling up their car with gas, right? You do that kindness for them, they feel very special, and it warms their heart. This one came to me recently. I thought it was kind of interesting. It might not seem like an act of service, but it is. You know how couples are like, where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. For some people, the person taking control of that situation and avoiding that whole back and forth and saying, I'm going to choose where we're eating tonight and I'm going to drive us there, and you're going to just relax and have a great time, and we're going to enjoy a great meal, that would count as an act of service. Taking that off their plate, that having to decide, picking up the kids from school, picking up your mother from the airport, making the bed in the mornings, starting the shower for somebody before they get in, putting toothpaste on their toothbrush. These are little active things that someone could do to show somebody whose love language is acts of service that you love them. I'm sure you can think of more, and I would love for you to share a couple of them down in the comments section with me. Today, I just wanted to be brief and introduce you to the love language acts of service, and we have done that, so I will let you go. I appreciate you stopping by. Please subscribe before you leave and hit that ring bell, then you're notified every time I upload a new episode. I'll look forward to the next time we get together here, and until then, have a good one. Avoid even this brief, you can, if you've already read the book, you can probably